what was going on. But I am Kendall Gomez. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I just came back with the morning horoscopes. I'm on 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. I uh I really missed it. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys. With the morning horoscopes and the trending. Okay, so we're on and popping again. We're on and popping, guys. We're on and popping. Okay, let me do one thing here. Let me do one thing. Let's do one thing here. I am so sorry. Yeah, I gotta get back on. Important that we pay attention. I think it's like imperative that we pay, and we don't, as black people, pay attention. We pay attention to the wrong thing. I really feel that way. We pay attention to the wrong thing. Okay, how do I turn? I'm trying to see because I don't want to mess this up. All right, we ain't gonna mess this up. We gonna leave that like that. But anyway, guys, yeah. But I just, because I didn't want to leave that conversation unfinished, right? I didn't want to leave it unfinished. Um, yeah. I just didn't want to, have it, you know, out of sorts and you sitting there like, oh, she got cut off and didn't come back. I came back only because this is really important. It's important for us to pay attention. Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah. So it's really important to pay attention to what's going on and the history of everything. And this is the only reason why I came back, right? Um, until you trolls, y'all gotta do better. Listen, y'all know I'm transgender. Y'all already know all this shit that y'all come on with and asking dumbass questions. And I'm really just being a transgender that has a view on things, right? My own point of view at 58 years old, right? I'm very transparent with my life. But for people, y'all trolls, y'all gotta get a grip on your maturity level and get some love from somewhere. My God, all y'all come to do is to destroy the devil. All y'all come to do is try to put people, and cloud their mind and their better judgment. That's the devil. So you're doing the devil's work. So that's why I stay prayed up and I don't get mad. I just put you guys off, hoping you never come back and you go somewhere and lay down and rest for the rest of our lives. And with that, Grand Rising, because I'll be sick of some of y'all trolls. And it probably be some of y'all boy-headed ski jumpers I know. 'Cause y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing way too much, right? But we're gonna get back to some tea. We're gonna get back. Oh, yeah, because I had to make sure I guess I told you. But anyway, because I had to make sure my sound was right. But let's get back into some tea. Because I'm really not done. But I gotta, when I'm gonna do a video later of piece of cake and what they packed, how they packed. And I'm asking, why did they pack a shopping cart in a big box? Why couldn't they? Because they can charge for the big boxes. They're thieves. They're thieves and they're lies. And they stole my ladder. Piece of Cake Moving Company stole my ladder. Yes, they did. Oh, anyway, guys, enough of playing victim. Because there's a lot of people that are running around here and they're really with no moral standards or anything, and they'll do stuff to you, and it's really fucked up on so many levels. People do fucked up stuff on so many levels because they have a fucked up life, or their money is fucked up. Yeah, I'm saying it. But when you have a good heart, right? When you have a good heart, I when you got a good heart, you don't have to steal, you don't have to lie, you don't have to, be, envious. When you got a good heart, when you have a and you come in with the like these some of these trolls come in with the devilment because they were raised by the devil, right? Así, tú sabes y todo. Me llamo es Kendall Gomez. But at the end of the day, I just feel like staying prayed up, staying focused, and keep doing what you're doing will not divert you from where you need to go. And so I was like, we got to pay attention because President Trump has really, I think, done a number with this. And this is alleged. This is alleged, but I believe it's a diversion. And if you would just listen and pay attention to what I'm saying instead of paying attention to what I got going on, because see, I, you know, and this is what Donald Trump is thinking. What I got, why you work, that's how Donald Trump is thinking. So he diverted, and this is my a theory, conspiracy theory, put that hantavirus on that ship and let these people off. You see, it wasn't a lot of hazmat. They let these people off early. I'm just saying, take a real look at it. It's a diversion from the Epstein probing. My phone, and the crazy part, my mic went off. I froze talking about this. So I got to be a little careful, but why do we got to be careful with the truth? What it looks like. I know it sounds crazy, but Donald Trump and touching minors, and this for entertainment and education purposes only, and pictures. There's pictures, there's videos with him kissing, and the girl's like, "Ooh." So, what are we covering up? And that's all I'm asking. Because we got a good way of, taking the focus off the truth. America seems to be really good at that. America seems to be very good at, throwing a rock and hiding their hand. America seems to be very good at, stealing and allowing these people to do deed theft. Now, let's move into the deed theft situation. Mind you, we have our Jewish community, and these people are all white. You have your rednecks over here, you have your Jewish people over here stealing from the poor or stealing from yeah, because they have these slum buildings in New York City. It's no longer Save Palestine, it's Save Brooklyn. It's no longer Save Palestine, not just Palestine, because we got to remember that, them too, so we can put one and one together and it makes two, because they stealing over there, now they stealing over here in Brooklyn. And this is not, oh, no. If it's a was a black man doing it, they would say black man. As soon as somebody say Jewish, oh, they're being nasty. Shut up. No, it's being nasty. We're just saying you steal. We ain't say you all, people respectfully. We never say anything. Oh, I'm not saying anything towards you. I'm just having observation, a worldly observation. And I don't even travel. I just go right on the internet. and see the low down, dirty thievery, and then y'all have the government involved in this. The government themselves, the law, legal, judges, police officers, realtors. It's a whole big thing in this deed theft. And I've been talking about this since yeah, I, Pam, cousin Pam, I've been talking about this since then. How could they continue to let they don't want us nowhere? But they want us to work for them, just like the Mexicans. They don't want Mexicans nowhere, but they want the Mexicans to work for them. I'm just saying. I had to come back on because that was something that really was pressing with me was that Hunter virus's Epstein case, and what's going on with everything else. You know, and I just had to come on this morning, tired as I am. As people say, "Oh, where's all the people?" Y'all right there. I'm grateful for the three people that I see right now in the room because one thing I can say, my views don't be saying three once I come off. My views may say 100. My views may the longer I stay on, the more views, and because of you guys, the even three viewers is I'm grateful. Like people be like, "Oh, you're not making money. You're not." No. What are you so concerned? Send me some money. Send me a cash app. Just saying. People ask dumb questions. I'm gonna start saying, "Send me $5 for a dumb question." That's what I'm gonna start doing. And if you don't, you got 5 seconds to send me my. And if you don't, you get kicked out. That's the new game. Dumb question, $5. No cash app, you kicked out. Yeah, I'm not playing with people no more because y'all be doing too much. And I say stick to the topic, and then y'all don't stick to the topic. So you know, I gotta just, teach you a little something today and from here on out. But nevertheless, I'm not bothered, but I just figure I might as well monetize off of it while I'm here, right? Off of stupidity. So if you want to hear the question, cash at me. A dumb question that's out of the topic. And I think that's a great idea. 'Cause I need the money anyway. So ask on. Just ask on. So anyway, but yeah, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Um, we gotta do better. And then they say Lotto. Wait a minute. They said Lotto after Big Mama, she was no longer doing any more music. I never really heard much from Big Lotto. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But yeah, those are the things I've been running across. And I know out here they tell me be careful with police. Now, when is this policing gonna stop? And they said they mess with you even when you're not doing nothing, just for being black. It's a scary time in America and in the world. This is really a scary time. This lady is gonna tell me, oh, get a smaller moving truck. Get a smaller moving truck. Um, and I'm like, I'm gonna scratch my furniture if I have to. Why am I doing? And I said, because she just needed something to say to me to make it known that she had not let her know that she was not. I pay rent. I need my things. It was one of those things. A piece of cake. You are a piece of shit, piece of cake. And I'm talking about piece of cake, piece of shit moving in storage. I had the worst experience with piece of cake moving in storage. And they put a toilet cleaner in the box. They put a shopping cart in a big box. You know you pay for big boxes. They are thieves. A lot of thieves around here, but I don't see no. And then anytime a black person, young black girl got arrested for being $2 short on the Long Island Railroad with a child right there, and this was yesterday. And then you got people, and this world, this world is really backwards. And then you got people saying transgender is so wrong, transgender is so wrong, but then you have people, you know, with the Pedialites, they don't make that above, you know, people, having kids with their own kids, minors, but we're transgenders are the worst. And there's worse things, killing, murkings and everything else, but we are the worst. And it makes no sense. Make sense of it. Because I know I ain't, the only thing I ever touched was something in the store. And it seems like these black athletes and they carrying pocketbooks and everything else, but we live in our truth. Y'all motherfuckers want to make up fairy tales and imagination of what we do in the bedroom when you should be minding what you do in the bedroom. And if you don't do anything in the bedroom, we don't do anything in the bedroom. How about that? We're people just like you. And don't think that we don't see and observe and feel and hear everything. I'm a very observant person. I just let people think that they, got one fucking over on me, and it never happens that way. And I say that respectfully only because it's just, it is what it is. People are going to be people. You don't change people, you change yourself. And that's the big part about it, not worried about what other people think, say, do. That's why you got to position yourself and everything else. Yeah, you might fall short. Yeah, everything ain't perfect. Because you show me a perfect life, perfect person, perfect situation, and I'll tell you, hey, go that perfect situation then. Congratulations. Congratulations. Right. I be trying to make people understand that this world is designed for chaos. And there's a lot of people that follow chaos. There's a lot of people that love chaos. There's something about I remember when I was little and I used to watch this commercial. They would have this, cartoon, and they would have a whole bunch of people at Niagara Falls jumping off Niagara Falls and people going, yay! And it was chaos, chaotic. So even from little, like chaos it sells. It's something to do. People are bored. People can't get with themselves. People rather judge. People rather see somebody destroy themselves. But people never really want to see anything good. The comments, and it's like, people are really tired of living. They tired. So instead of taking it out to therapy or something, right? They go and they try to dismantle other people's lives with their talk, with their banter, with everything else that belongs with them. And see, now I'm really here and I'm back. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm so glad my stuff is here. I'm at peace and I can begin to focus. I'm gonna make some business cards today too. And if y'all need your hair done, inbox me. I'm in Fayetteville, North Carolina, by the way. Yes, I am Kendall Gomez. Welcome to my YouTube channel. with the morning horoscopes and the trending topics. But yeah. Oh, pineapple on pizza? No. I'm not doing no pineapple on no pizza. Ew. YouTube just asked me, would y'all do pineapple and pizza? Ew. Who would do pineapple and pizza? Do y'all really be eating acid on top of acid? Because you know the tomato sauce is acid. So I know your stomach gonna be hurting in the morning. Do y'all do the chemistry match on food? Some of y'all, and then this ranch gotta go on everything, even on pizza. Who does that? I would have been. It's traditional stuff for me. Y'all added on gook and uk and that's why so many people are unhealthy and stuff. Because you gotta watch what you eat. Depression and all that stuff goes in. Anger goes in with what you eat. But don't say I'm saying anything. I'm just saying it works for me. If I don't eat like meat the way I used to, I'm not as angry. And I come to find that out. If I like really eat things and I'm in a calm state, I'm really good with self care, because I'm more focused, right? Even when I'm not like, and I'm all over the place and I've learned this about myself, one thing, and I don't know how I got into all of these different topics, but this move made me see that I am a person that is determined. When I am determined to get something done, and that's the same energy I have even with, working part time because, I'm a disabled veteran. I can't work full time. And I'm not do one client every other week or something like that. Just some eyelashes. I mean, I charge $10 for eyelash, and I'm not that type of hairstylist. I'm a hairstylist that worked in the city and in the industry and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm out here just, smooth sailing, not complaining. And just like I told people, $10 is better than nothing. When you're open for business and stuff, it is slow. Both my parents were business owners, so that's why I don't even I know how this modality goes. I just have not concentrated on it. And I used to be a business owner myself. I know how this goes, but I just have not. I'm telling you, I am tired. I'm telling you, tired, tired. But that's, when you begin to do things and you are on a new journey, you get to see who's your friends, what people really think when you're on your journey, how people think of you, how they treat you when you're on your journey, and it might be a hard journey. You get to see how motherfuckers really they are. And a lot of times they're not very nice. So when you come out from the smoke and you dust yourself off and you come out, you know, a skeleton on a motorcycle like a bat from hell, and they wonder why you come back with vengeance. And God says, vengeance is not mine, but He still puts that armor on you, and you're moving in a uh, pace to a pace where it's non-stoppable, unstoppable. No matter doubts, no matter the snares, no matter you keep going. I'm telling you, I just came from all of that. The laughing at because I couldn't, it's a lot. I'm just glad to be in my own place. I'm glad, you know, um, now I can begin to live. And that's the part. It's about living and it's not about complaining anymore. So I'm in a good place. I'm in North Carolina, but while I've been in the midst of moving, guys, I have been paying attention. I have been looking at content, but I have not been able to physically sit down and, really, single out anything, really go in, write some things, key points, come back to you guys and speak to you, about the key points. That's how I usually do stuff. but it's been really the past 6 months. It's about 6 months. It's been like this, my content. And I miss even doing my pre-records. Someone asked me yesterday, do I do my pre-record videos? And I do. I miss my pre-record, so I'm gonna have time on my hands. And I have everything in place, putting everything in place, so I'm happy for that. I just got to see how much these big sunflowers are gonna cost to plant in my patio, and some sunflowers and something that looks really pretty. And I got to get my lounge chairs and my new umbrella. Yeah, it's a lot I got going on. I'm tired. I tell you, I'm tired. But guys, listen, I did come back. I wanted to talk to you guys before the day's end, and I didn't want to leave you guys hanging about what I was talking about my last video, part one, this part two of the morning horoscopes. As you know, I like I said, because I'm gonna get ready to come off, but my conclusion to what I talked about today with Donald Trump, yes, with Donald Trump and the diversion, I think we like this. Again, confusion. People like confusion. People like to confuse your situation when they are confused. So what did he do? Put the hantavirus on him. This is allegedly. I'm not saying he actually did, but allegedly. It looks like this from observation, so nobody's talking about that. But don't be fooled by, the mayhem around us. I mean, it's dangerous, but just be careful. Start wearing masks. Bring masks with you around a lot of people, guys. What else? Uh, you know, mm, just just love up on yourself. And just like I was saying, being hateful is really demonic. You can't spew hate and say God in the same word. He will punish you. And I hope he does severely. And with that, I'm going to see you on my next video.